Alrighty, good morning. Beautiful Sunday morning. Let's start her off with a few sun salutations. So nice big inhale up. Taking our hands above head, connecting at the top on an inhale. We're going to exhale, we're bringing it back down past the midline of our body, back to our side. Sweeping up, taking our hands above head. Bending our back, taking our gaze between our hands. Folding forward on the next exhale. Inhale, hands to knees, flat back. Going to find the ground with our hands and step back to a high plank. Shift forward slightly. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. And in our downward dog, we breathe. We move. We take a nice deep inhale through the nose. We exhale fully out the mouth. We take our hips from side to side. Pull the chest down towards the knees. And then we slowly walk our feet back up between our hands. Hands to knees, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Nice back inhale, taking the hands above head, back to our side. Nice big inhale, taking our hands above head, bringing them down past the midline. Nice sweeping motion, inhaling up. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at our hips. Inhale, hands to knees, flat back. Let's find the floor, ground again. Step back, shift forward slightly. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, back to our downward dog. And again, 3 to 5 rounds of breath, waking the body, mind and soul up. Your movements are in this one. You take it where you like. You find your tension, you pay attention. Take awareness to the body. Do somewhat of a body scan. And then we slowly walk our hands back up between our feet. Hands to knees, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Nice big inhale up. Alright, we're going to do a few hip rotations here. So I'll go from this angle. So what we're going to do is we're going to do somewhat of a half fold, but we're going to fully engage the core as we're taking the torso down. So inhale deeply. Fully tensing up that core, we're going to come down to a half fold, flat back. And we're going to come back up on an inhale. We'll take our arms up and we're going to just bend back to where we can. And back to center. Again, nice big inhale. Really tensing up that core as you take the torso down, and we find our half fold, our flat back, and then we're coming back up. This time we'll take our fist just at the lower back, and we're going to take the gaze back, bending that back, finding our limit, and then back up. Alright, let's take our arms up above head, connecting at the top, so our arms are touching our ears, and we're just going to do a few side bends. So we'll go from one side to the other, nice and slow. Taking it nice and slow. Enjoying that incredible stretch in that side body. And then we'll take our hands back down to our hips. And we're just going to do a few nice circles. So looking down at the ground, we're aiming to only move, well, obviously everything will be moving, but just making circles with the hips. So not our whole body, just the hips. Aiming to keep the shoulders as still as possible. Take it the other way. Nice. Alright, let's stop there. And we're going to come to a downward dog position. So with a nice wide stance, find your floor, ground, bend the knees if you need to. And we're just going to find our downward dog. And so we've got our dog. I'm going to stretch into her, pulling back those heels to the floor where they will go. We're going to raise up our right leg and we're going to bring it down to the heel and just gently pull that heel down towards the ground. And then we're slowly going to come up to our plank, high plank, single-legged high plank. And then we're just going to lower down and hold for 3, 2, 1. Back up, pulling that heel down. And we'll switch over. Alright, left leg up now. We're going to take her onto the right heel. Pull that heel down. Stretching her out. Coming forward to our high plank. And then we're folding down. Lowering down. Holding. Back up. Pull that heel down again. Let's go one more on each side. And bringing that right leg up. Taking her to that left heel. Pulling the heel down. Nice snowy. Straightening up to the high plank. And then we're shifting. Sorry, we're lowering down. Tucking the elbows. 3, 2, 1. Back up. Bring the heels down. Switch over again. Move whenever you need to. Never be afraid to adjust. Last one. Taking her onto the heel. Pulling the heel down to earth. Straightening up. High plank. And then we're lowering down slowly, holding for 3, 2, 1. Push back up. That was nice and quick. Back to our downward dog. We're going to find our half pigeon now. So taking our right knee behind our right wrist. We're going to take our arms outside of our sort of leg width. So nice and wide. We've got our half pigeon. Let's gaze forward for a few breaths here. We're going to inhale deeply. And on an exhale, we're going to fold forward, letting our head come to the ground. Inhale up. Exhale, let that head fall down to the earth. Another one. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Let's go 2 more. One more. Alright, we're going to take our hands ahead of ourselves. We're going to fold forward and we're just going to take our hands to the side. So we're side bending our pigeon, our half pigeon, to the right. Relaxing into the stretch. We'll slowly come back up. We're going to push the floor, tuck the toes, come back to a downward dog. Bring the left foot forward, left knee, to the left wrist. And again, we've got our nice wide hands. We find our half pigeon. We take a few rounds of breath. Nice open chest. We're going to go for 5. So inhale deeply, exhale fully. Taking that head down to the earth. Inhale up, exhale. One more. Nice big inhale. And then taking our hands out in front, we slowly walk them to the left. Side bending. A few rounds of breath here. Coming back. Coming back to our half pigeon, tucking our toes, pushing that floor away. Coming back to our downward dog. We're gonna come down to our backs. And we're just gonna find our bridge flow. So we find our back on the floor, mat, earth. And then we're going to take our arms to the side and we're going to take an inhale, raising up our butts and our arms above head. Exhale, bringing the butt back down and the arms follow. We're going to take our hips as far as we can up. And exhale, let's go 3 more. Up. Really stretch her out. Fully exhale. And then from here we find our Shavasana. So we straighten up the legs, take the palms, face them forward. And we rest here, we connect, we breathe. Happy Sunday, fellow yogis. See you tomorrow morning. It's 1 week down, 51 to go. Namaste.